Good evening and welcome to Courts Today by Live Law. This is your host Urvashi Chauhan bringing you the latest updates on the legal front. This is your go-to source for all things legal. Let us start. Starting with an important update from the Guwahati High Court, which has granted bail to Major Shailendra Kumar Yadav, who along with his wife was arrested in September this year for allegedly torturing their minor domestic help. A case was registered against both under various provisions of IPC, the POCSO Act and the SC and ST Act. According to the FIR, the petitioner and his wife treated the victim as a domestic helper, subjecting her to continuous and inhumane cruelty. According to the alleged photographic evidence, the victim had severe injuries, including a severed tongue, broken teeth, and extensive marks across her body, including her back. The petitioner's counsel emphasized that the petitioner had been in custody for 70 days, that his 3-year-old child was currently battling a severe heart ailment, including a cardiac defect, and with his wife being incarcerated, there was no one available to take care of the child. The public prosecutor raised serious objections against the bail petition, saying that the petitioner, being a formidable person and army personnel, may be a threat to the witnesses as well as to the victim. The court, after considering the submissions made, the length of the detention and the progress of investigation, granted bail to the army officer. The bail has been granted on certain conditions, such as that he shall not go near the vicinity of the victim and will cooperate with the investigation. For more details on the matter, you can visit livelaw.in. A Delhi court has today denied bail to Aam Aadmi Party MP Sanjay Singh in the money laundering case related to the liquor policy scam. He was arrested in October this year after searches were conducted at his residence in the national capital, and then he was sent to judicial custody. The raids were conducted by ED at his residence after he was named by businessman Dinesh Arora, who is also an accused in the case, but he later turned approver in both ED and the CBI cases. ED has alleged that an employee of Dinesh Arora delivered 2 crore rupees to Sanjay Singh's house on 2 occasions, and that the agency has to confront Singh with digital evidence. Special CBI Judge M.K. Nagpal of Rouse Avenue Courts today dismissed the bail plea moved by Singh. Earlier, the Delhi High Court had dismissed Singh's plea challenging his arrest and remand in the money laundering case. Singh then moved the Supreme Court challenging his arrest. His petition is pending adjudication before the Apex Court. The Kerala High Court today allowed bail plea moved by Dr. Ruwais, who has been accused of abetting the suicide of his girlfriend, Dr. Shahana. Dr. Shahana was a postgraduate surgery student at Government Medical College, Thiruvananthapuram. She died by suicide due to financial constraints faced by her family and their failure to meet the alleged demands for dowry sought by Ruwais. This incident had just recently gathered a lot of attention on social media. It is alleged that Ruwais's family had demanded 150 sovereigns of gold, 15 acres of land and a BMW car from Shahana's family, which they could not provide. When the incident came to light, the Indian Medical Association had suspended Ruwais's medical license for abetting her suicide. Ruwais was thereafter charged with the offences under IPC for abetment of suicide and for demanding dowry. In the bail application, he averred that only a proposal of marriage had been placed between the parties, and no agreement or consent with regard to dowry had taken place. Significantly, the petitioner's counsel also told the court that Dr. Shahana ought to have been more careful and not resort to extreme measures such as suicide. The counsel told the court that he sought bail for the purpose of continuing his study alone, as his career would otherwise be spoiled. The grant of bail was vehemently opposed by the prosecution. Taking note that Ruwais has been in custody since 7th December, Justice Gopinath P. was of the considered opinion that his continued detention was not necessary for the purpose of the investigation and that he could be granted bail. Let me also tell you, the court had earlier granted anticipatory bail to his father, who was also the second accused in the case. The Madras High Court today refused to grant leave to actor Mansoor Ali Khan to file a defamation suit against actors Trisha Krishnan, Khushbu Sundar and Chiranjeevi for their social media comments about him. Khan had made some misogynistic and disrespectful remarks against his co-actor Trisha in a press meeting following the success of the Tamil movie Leo. The remarks were widely criticized, with many actors commenting on social media expressing their displeasure and condemning the statements. Following this, Khan has now approached the Madras High Court, saying that actors Trisha, Khushbu and Chiranjeevi had made some defamatory statements in public without properly verifying or ascertaining the truth. Khan also submitted that he had merely commented about the negative characters that he had played and not made personal comments. Justice N. Satish Kumar remarked that the actor had approached the court only for publicity. The court also imposed a cost of 1 lakh rupees to be paid to Adyar Cancer Institute. The court remarked that it was normal for humans to react in the manner in which the actors had reacted when such derogatory comments were made against women, and that the same did not call for filing of a defamation suit. In another update, the Guwahati High Court has directed the Assam police to pay a compensation of 5 lakhs to an advocate for handcuffing him without just cause. The single-judge bench of Justice Devashish Barua observed that the act of police to handcuff the said advocate without just cause violates the mandate of Article 21 of the Constitution. In this case, an FIR was lodged by one of the home guards of the Assam police in 2016, alleging that the advocate had manhandled him as the informant did not allow the petitioner to park his car near the house. Based on the FIR, a case was registered. The petitioner lawyer argued that in violation of all mandates of law and the guidelines issued by the Supreme Court, he was handcuffed in the police station and was taken to the hospital for his medical checkup in handcuffed condition. Further, when the petitioner was produced before the Chief Judicial Magistrate Kamrup, he was again handcuffed and on his way back to the police vehicle and was under continuous handcuffed condition throughout his journey of about 20 kilometers. It is important to mention here that the petitioner was acquitted in this criminal case in 2020, and the investigating officer during the trial had admitted that he had handcuffed the petitioner. Being aggrieved by the act of handcuffing, he filed a complaint before the Assam Human Rights Commission, but the complaint was closed, so he now approached the High Court. The court noted that the investigating officer had acted contrary to the judgments of the Supreme Court and had violated the petitioner's right under Article 21 of the Constitution. Thus, the court directed the state to pay a compensation of 5 lakh rupees to the petitioner within 2 months. The court further noted that the compensation which is required to be paid is by applying the principles of strict liability. The National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission New Delhi bench has dismissed a revision petition filed by Kandala Eye Hospital and Research Center while acknowledging its limited revisional jurisdiction, which can only be exercised in the case of illegality, material irregularity or jurisdictional error in the order of the State Commission. To tell you more about the matter, in December 2009, Kandala Eye Hospital and Research Center organized a free eye camp in Deoghar district of Orissa with financial support from the government. The hospital received 750 rupees per cataract surgery from the government to cover various expenses. Under this program, the complainant in this case underwent eye surgery but failed to attend post-operative checkups. After more than a year, he claimed to have lost vision in his left eye since the day after the surgery. He filed a consumer complaint in the District Commission. The commission allowed the complaint and ordered the hospital to pay 2 lakh rupees to the complainant. The hospital filed an appeal to the State Commission, but it was dismissed. Feeling aggrieved, the hospital then filed a revision petition before the National Commission. The NCDRC considered the submissions made by the parties and found that no reason was there to interfere with the orders of the District and State Commission. It said that the revisional jurisdiction is extremely limited and can only be exercised in case of jurisdictional error, illegality or material irregularity in the order of the State Commission. Therefore, without going into the factual matrix of the case and merits, the revision petition was dismissed. And lastly, the Kerala High Court has dismissed anticipatory bail application moved by the President and Secretary of the Kandala Cooperative Bank, noting that granting anticipatory bail in economic offences would hamper effective investigation in the case. The allegation against the accused persons was that they cheated and deceived depositors and misappropriated crores of rupees. A crime was registered against them under IPC for cheating. Justice Muhammad Nayas CP stated that economic offences have to be treated separately as they involve deep-rooted conspiracies, including huge loss of money. It also held that there was an apprehension that the accused persons would try to intimidate or influence the depositors. I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. You can also support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos or consider becoming a member at just 89 rupees per month.